Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about a truly remarkable person, Carl Sagan. He becomes a master of words, a lightning rod for rage and hope, but his journey takes him down paths few dared to tread, questioning the very foundations of justice and sparking a firestorm of controversy. This is the story of Malcolm X, a man whose life was a defiant act of self-determination and a relentless fight for human rights that continues to resonate today. Malcolm X's story begins in a time of deep racial segregation in America, the 1950s. He grew up in poverty, facing constant discrimination and injustice. This early exposure to racial prejudice shaped his worldview and fueled his desire for change. He experienced firsthand the systemic racism that permeated American society, from inadequate schools and healthcare to limited economic opportunities. The struggle for civil rights was intensifying, but Malcolm X's approach would eventually diverge from the prevailing strategies. Initially, Malcolm X became a prominent figure in the Nation of Islam, a religious and political organization advocating for Black nationalism and self-reliance. He embraced the Nation of Islam's doctrine, which emphasized Black identity, self-respect, and separation from white society. He became a powerful orator, his speeches filled with passionate calls for Black empowerment and a refusal to accept second-class citizenship. His words resonated with many who felt marginalized and oppressed, offering a sense of hope and dignity. She saw the harmful effects of these chemicals on wildlife. Birds, fish, and other animals were dying, and she suspected that the pesticides were to blame. Her discovery wasn't just about individual deaths, it was about the larger disruption of entire ecosystems. The food chain was being affected, with chemicals accumulating in the bodies of animals and then passing up to those higher in the chain. This is called bioaccumulation, and it poses a significant risk to human health as well. Rachel Carson dedicated years to researching these issues, meticulously analyzing scientific data and gathering evidence. She understood the scientific method and the importance of careful observation and analysis. She didn't just rely on anecdotal evidence, she looked at the data, the research findings, and the scientific literature. This rigorous approach was crucial to her work. In 1962, she published a groundbreaking book called Silent Spring. The title itself was powerful and evocative, a warning about a future where the birds had disappeared, leaving a silent world. The book wasn't just a scientific report, it was a work of powerful writing, a compelling narrative that brought the issue of environmental pollution to the attention of the public. She explained in a way that was easy to understand, even for people who weren't scientists, the potential dangers of these chemicals. Silent Spring sparked a huge debate. The chemical industry and the government strongly opposed her findings, launching a campaign to discredit her and her research. They argued that DDT was safe and necessary for agriculture. But Rachel Carson didn't back down. She stood her ground, presenting her evidence and continuing to raise awareness about the environmental consequences of pesticide use. Her book had a profound impact, galvanizing the conservation movement and sparking a wider public awareness campaign. It led to increased scrutiny of the chemical industry and ultimately contributed to changes in environmental policy and regulation. Beyond the highlights and the scoring records, there's a story of overcoming challenges. There have been moments where doubts have been cast, where his focus has been questioned. Yet, he consistently responds with resilience and a renewed commitment to his craft. He's a role model for many aspiring athletes, an inspiration to those who dare to dream big. This positive influence wasn't just on the court, it resonated throughout the entire organization. He earned the respect of his peers and the admiration of fans worldwide, solidifying his legacy as a true icon of the game. His competitive spirit was unmatched, a drive to win that fueled his entire career. However, there's an aspect of his clutch performance that remains somewhat unexplored. While we see the spectacular shots and the game-winning plays, the mental preparation and the internal dialogue that went on in his head during those crucial moments aren't fully understood. How did he manage to stay so calm and focused when everyone else was panicking? What specific strategies did he use to handle the pressure? This remains a fascinating area for further study. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the life of the scoring king, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more stories about incredible people and how you can learn English along the way. Thank you for watching.